All right, happy Labor Day, everyone. Hope you guys had a nice weekend. We're going to dive right into the major markets. I'm going to get straight to it. Don't want to waste a whole bunch of time. Recognize that this is going to be a short trading week, but I think it's important to note what transpired at the end of last week. And it really comes down to the fact that all four indices failed at their 50-day moving average. I think that's very significant. I think it's something that needs to be well noted. I think it's something that needs to be kept an eye on. I think in the next week or two, we're going to define some direction here. We need to see one of two things. Either we take out the recent highs or we take out the recent lows. We either go higher or lower from here. And I think this next move is going to be very, very telling for the broad markets. So, as I see it here, you can look at this two different ways: impulse, correction, impulse lower, or impulse, correction, impulse higher. If we do not break above this high, we will break below this low. If we do not break below this low, we will break below this high. It's one or the other. This looks very similar. This is the Dow in front of you. We'll look at the NASDAQ. Same thing. We have a low here we have to contend with. We have a high here we have to contend with. Failing at the 50-day. S&P 500 failed at the 200, failed at the 50. Here is our prior low, 36.40 and change. So if we lose that, this market goes lower. If not, we need to break this high in order for it to go higher. So can this stay range bound? It can for some period of time, but I think the volume, once the volume picks back up after the Labor Day week, that shortened week, I would be surprised if by the end of September we don't commit to one direction or the other. Russell 2000 failed at the 200, failed to hold at the 50. Again, do we take out this low? Do we reapproach this high? It is ultimately one or the other. Watching gold. Gold is selling off. We had a sell signal here below the 50, retested resistance, and prices accelerating towards our target. So this has been in place. In TradingView account, easy for you to find. It's been there, talking about it now for a couple weeks. Crude oil continuing to exhibit weakness. Below the 50, below the 200, approaching our downside target here. So this was the initial breakout. This was the stop above. And you can see that the price just continued to flutter back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So with this, we will either need to break these areas of support to go lower or rebound from here to go higher. So we're, again, anxiously waiting to see what transpires there. Dollar index hit the projected target that we've been watching for quite some time. This was our buy signal. Price impulsed, corrected, found support at the 50-day, and then has now impulsed to fulfill our target for this past week. So we were out of this trade, worked out nicely, really beautiful uptrend here that really just kind of facilitated everything we were looking forward to. So looked pretty good. Last but not least, Bitcoin, US dollar. You could see here's our breakout, impulse, consolidation, starting to break below the 50 again. We'll see if it gets down into that 16,000 handle where we expect to find some support. So that's the recap on the major markets for this week. I hope you had a great Labor Day and Labor Day weekend. Look forward to speaking with you this week. Got a couple cool videos lined up for you. I hope you are able to tune in, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great day.